Cape Town, the nation watches in shock as Ramaphosa's reign unravels in Parliament. In what can only be described as one of the most dramatic moments in South Africa's democratic history, President Cyril Ramaphosa was forcibly removed from Parliament following a heated and chaotic confrontation that left the nation stunned and divided. The parliamentary chamber, which had been simmering with tension for weeks amid mounting political pressure, exploded into chaos on Friday afternoon as opposition leaders, led by EFF's Julius Malema and DA's Helen Zille, launched a coordinated verbal offensive that quickly spiraled into an unprecedented constitutional crisis. The day began like any other in the National Assembly, but the calm quickly eroded during the president's question time. As Ramaphosa took the podium to address pressing matters surrounding the Government of National Unity, GNU, and growing allegations of internal corruption and manipulation, members of the opposition refused to remain silent. Julius Malema stood defiantly, his voice echoing through the chamber. "You have failed the people. You're not a president of unity, you're a president of secrecy and elite deals." DA's Helen Zille, who rarely makes appearances inside Parliament but attended in a special capacity, delivered a blistering critique of Ramaphosa's recent political decisions, especially the controversial inclusion of questionable figures in the GNU arrangement, warning of a creeping autocracy wrapped in the language of reconciliation. The situation escalated when several MPs demanded Ramaphosa vacate the floor. ANC loyalists attempted to shield the president, but the tension reached a boiling point. Loud chants of "Step down! Step down!" broke out, with members banging on desks and waving placards reading "No confidence" and "Not our president." As Parliamentary Speaker Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula struggled to restore order, a brief adjournment was called, but it was too late. A group of opposition MPs refused to vacate the chamber unless Ramaphosa stepped down immediately. In a move unseen since the apartheid era, Parliament's security personnel were summoned. The spectacle that followed stunned viewers as live feeds captured scenes of Ramaphosa being quietly escorted out of the chamber by Parliamentary Protection Services, a moment that has already begun to define this political era. While the ANC has condemned the incident as an unlawful and disrespectful ambush, opposition parties have declared victory. "This is not a coup. This is accountability in action," said Zille in a press briefing immediately after. Ramaphosa has no mandate to lead under this GNU farce. Malema, too, addressed the media outside Parliament, visibly emotional. "We won the country. Today, we drew the line. Ramaphosa's dictatorship ends here." However, ANC leaders have hinted that the president's removal from the chamber does not equate to his resignation or removal from office, yet the symbolic power of the event cannot be underestimated. For many South Africans, the chaos reflects a government on the brink and a leadership no longer in control. Protests erupted in Johannesburg and Pretoria within hours. Some celebrated, chanting "Ramaphosa must fall," while others expressed deep concern over the stability of the nation. Social media platforms have been flooded with videos, commentary, and hashtags like #Ramaphosa removed, #Parliament meltdown, and #Zille vs Ramaphosa trending at record speed. International observers have also expressed concern, with the African Union calling for restraint and dialogue, and foreign embassies monitoring the situation closely. Whether this moment marks the end of Ramaphosa's presidency or simply a massive crack in his political armor remains to be seen. What is clear, however, is that the illusion of stability under his leadership has been shattered. South Africa stands at a political crossroads, and the next 48 hours may determine not only the future of Cyril Ramaphosa, but the fate of an entire political generation.